Hey friends, welcome to Get Sleepy, where we listen, we relax, and we get sleepy. My name's Thomas, and I'm your host. In tonight's story, we'll return to the charming, historic Windmill in the seaside town of Scarborough in England. Here we'll spend New Year's Day with Kate and her cat Whiskers. As Kate relaxes in her cozy apartment, she reflects on the excitement and potential of a bright new year ahead. If you haven't heard the other two stories from this series yet, don't worry. You'll still be able to enjoy tonight's on its own. And then tomorrow night, we'll be releasing all 3 parts stitched together into a long-length episode right here on the premium feed. So you can catch up with the rest of Kate's tales all in one place tomorrow. For now, find a position that feels comfortable to you. Bring awareness to your breath and notice its natural rhythm. With an attitude of curiosity, notice the gentle sounds that your breath produces. See if you can locate the place where these sounds first begin. Focus your attention here as you breathe in and back out. Now bring your shoulders up towards your ears and squeeze for just a moment. Then release. Notice what it feels like as your shoulders begin to loosen and relax. Next, try something similar with your hands. Squeeze your fists, and then let go. Again, become aware of the sensations in your hands, maintaining that same attitude of curiosity. And finally, curl your toes as tight as you can, and then release. Notice how it feels to just let go. There's nothing you need to do now. You can just lie back and listen as we head to Scarborough, England, on the North Sea coast. This is where we find Kate and her beloved cat. Kate and Whiskers live in the upstairs apartment of an 18th century windmill. It seems as if Kate has lived here for years. She feels like a Scarborough local, but in fact, the windmill has only been her home for a few months. Kate put rather a lot of work into cleaning its rustic yet modern interior. Similarly, she spent a good deal of time positioning her trinkets and treasures. As she arranged her belongings in the windmill, she merged aspects of her own personality with that of the building. She's very pleased with the results, as the windmill now feels comfortable and cozy. Her pet cat Whiskers has also made himself at home. The velvety crimson bath mat is one of his favourite sleeping spots, and he's found countless new places to nap. When he's not sprawled out on the bathroom floor, he's just across the hall in Kate's bedroom. On bright sunny days, he stretches out across the windowsill, sunbathing until his fur is warm to the touch. Then he leaps onto Kate's large bed with its new cover of thick, festive tartan and curls up into a ball. Often, just as she's about to go to bed, Kate discovers that he has seemingly claimed it for his own. Sometimes she jokes that the sign beside the front door should read Whiskers Windmill rather than Kate's. Indeed, there are few places in the apartment where he hasn't made himself at home. Downstairs, Whiskers is a frequent visitor to the kitchen. His new food bowl is duck egg blue in colour, with a pattern of white paw prints all around it. But Whiskers cares only for its contents. Regal and upright, he sits in front of his bowl. His bright amber-green eyes stare wide and intense. Once he's caught Kate's eye, he lets out a meow, as if he's never been fed before. This cry echoes throughout the apartment until his dish is filled. Whiskers quietly crunches the biscuits, emptying the bowl, and then lies down for his post-meal nap. Usually, he takes this nap on the leather sofa. The couch is a perfect fit against the curved brick walls of the cozy living room. Whiskers loves to lounge across both seats, resting a paw over his eyes, while his tail touches the fabric of a soft, ruby-coloured cushion. Sometimes he sits beside the front door, especially if there are objects like shoes or a bag left out. Strangely, he enjoys nothing more than to spread himself out beside such things. He rests one paw firmly on the item to show that it's his. In December, however, Whiskers found himself a new favourite spot to nap in. In the living room, opposite the sofa, is the Christmas tree. This tree is average in size, but the bright silver star at its tip misses the low-beamed ceiling by only an inch. Kate's Christmas tree is magnificently festive. All around its emerald leaves are soft white lights tinsel in shades of red and silver, and baubles of every shape and size. Whiskers is particularly keen on the latter. When he's not sitting or sleeping at the base of the tree, he's smacking the baubles like a boxer with a speedball. Every morning, while Kate is waiting for her first cup of coffee to brew, she picks up various baubles from around the room and returns them to their branches. And that's exactly what she's doing this morning on New Year's Day. Kate, who's wearing her navy silk pajamas, is looking for scattered decorations in the living room. Naturally, Whiskers has taken root beside the food bowl. Having failed to grab Kate's attention thus far, he begins to meow in his most insistent voice. Luckily for him, there is only one bauble out of place today, though it's been flung right underneath the tree. Kate has no choice but to crawl on the carpet to retrieve the ornament. It's one of her favourites, a handmade robin decoration, which her sister gave her many years ago. The robin looks rather flimsy, with pipe cleaners for feet, feathers glued onto its side, and a patch of felt stuck on as its red breast. It's a wonder that it's survived the years, let alone an attack from Whiskers, though Kate is certainly glad it has. This decoration never fails to make her smile each year when she takes it out of the box and places it on the tree. Once the ornament is back in place, Kate feeds Whiskers before sitting down on the couch. As she relaxes here, she listens to the sounds of the world around her, in between sips of the delicious, full-bodied coffee. The wind outside is strong today. It blows against the high brick walls of the old windmill, causing the giant white sails to clatter. When Kate first moved in, these noises were a little unsettling. But in no time at all, she grew used to them. Nowadays, she is rather fond of these sounds. She's grateful for the added liveliness and the reminder that she lives high up in this wonderful place. Whiskers, too, seems at ease with the weather, sitting under the Christmas tree with a nonchalant expression. Kate's coffee is just as strong and powerful as the wind. With each sip, she feels a warmth and energy flowing right through her body. She definitely needs it this morning, having celebrated the new year with friends late into the night. Today, she feels ready to recover, not only from the night before, but also from the last month of Christmas festivities and indulgence. It's been a wonderful Christmas for Kate, particularly as it's her first at the Windmill. But now, on January the 1st, she's eager for a change in direction. As much as it saddens her to take down the tree and to say goodbye to the Christmas season, there's something about New Year's Day that Kate finds thrilling. It's all the promise and potential of what might lie ahead, a fresh calendar to plan life. This is especially true this year, which begins in her dream apartment just minutes from the beach. With her coffee cup empty, Kate is starting to perk up. Feeling more awake, she stands and stretches her arms up and down and side to side. Then she places her cup in the kitchen sink and heads upstairs to the bathroom. Here, she sets the bath running. She then climbs in, humming cheerfully. The water is delightfully warm and carries the aroma of a soft, minty bath oil. It wraps around her like a thick, cozy blanket, sending waves of warmth and comfort throughout her entire body. Kate plunges under the water, pausing for just a moment to note the sensation of her hair floating behind her. Then she emerges with a splash. Next, she washes her hair using a thick, creamy shampoo that smells like a spa. She massages it carefully into her scalp before washing it off. Then she repeats the process with a special conditioning treatment, a one-off purchase that claims to rejuvenate tired locks. Again, she massages it into her hair from roots to tips, before leaning back against the side of the tub. Kate lies here for a while, basking in the cleansing warmth of the bath, while mentally running over her plans for the day. As she does every year on New Year's Day, she wants to take down the tree and put away the Christmas decorations. She also wants to make time for a little tidy up so that the apartment feels fresh and clean. Then there are the resolutions, of course. As silly as they are sometimes, they've been part of Kate's New Year's traditions ever since she could write. She also has a new ritual planned for this cold and windy morning, visiting the beach and sitting beside the sea. After all, she's living in this incredible place now. It's only natural to want to create some fresh, new traditions. And what better way to bring in the new year than beside the vast, mesmerizing beauty of the North Sea? After rinsing the conditioner from her hair, Kate dries off with a lovely, fluffy towel. Her skin is still tingling with the warmth of the bath water. Then she moisturizes her skin from face to feet using a beautifully soft cream that feels like silk to the touch. With a smile on her face, Kate wraps her beautiful red bathrobe around her body and stares into the bathroom mirror. She expects to see a face that's tired and worn, but instead she's met with a reflection of contentment and even joy. Her cheeks are rosy, her smile broad, and her eyes are alive with the promise of a fresh day. And thanks to the conditioning treatment, her long hair both smells and feels amazing. She runs a comb through it and then uses the hairdryer, watching as the different shades of colour are brought to life in the mirror. What a transformation, she thinks. She felt so drained and weary when she first woke up. But now, looking in the mirror, she sees a joyful, high-spirited person. With her hair now dry, she heads towards the bedroom and quickly changes into her warmest and comfiest winter clothes. Then, downstairs, she steps into her favourite walking boots and puts on her padded winter coat. It's a rich shade of burgundy that reaches down to the knees and zips up near her chin. Kate then grabs the backpack, which she keeps right beside the door, and puts on her cream-coloured gloves. They're made from a thick weave of wool, surrounded with a fur trim. The final touch is a matching hat, pulled down to secure her long hair in place. And at last, she's ready to go out. Feeling as toasty as can be, Kate murmurs a goodbye to Whiskers. He's happily sprawled out on the carpet beneath the Christmas tree. Then she exits through the door onto the charming wooden balcony that encircles the windmill's tower at the midway point. She's immediately walloped with a gust of cold wind, so strong that it nearly sends her backwards into the apartment. Kate laughs at this, imagining herself as a brave and intrepid explorer. And at the same time, she is thankful for the comfort and protection of her thick, cozy clothing. After locking the mint green door, Kate crosses the balcony and heads down the wooden staircase. The wind is gentler and quieter down here on the ground, allowing for the sound of the sea to reach Kate's ears. She follows the sound, walking through the streets of ordinary terraced houses. passing family homes and bed and breakfasts. Occasionally, she sees a familiar face. Kate and her neighbours wave at each other across the street, or stop to exchange wishes for a happy new year. After only 5 minutes of walking, the sea becomes visible on the horizon. Kate continues towards it, taking in the salty freshness of the sea air. Soon, she reaches the promenade and purchases a cup of warm cocoa at a stall. She carries it in her gloved hand as she walks down onto the beach and across the sand. Then she sits down in a vacant deck chair of blue and white stripes, placing the hot drink beside her on the sand. Leaning back, she looks around. Kate is one of the only people on the beach today, aside from the odd dog walker. It's not surprising, considering the cold and gusty weather. Still, it's a truly stunning day. The sun is high in a clear, sapphire sky, illuminating the land in its gorgeous bright glow. Behind Kate are the buildings of Scarborough's seafront. There's a mishmash of arcades, souvenir shops, cafes, and fish and chip restaurants. The beach continues for miles against a backdrop of large hotels that have stood here for years. In the distance, the ground rises to form a huge, towering cliff face. Up above, the ruins of Scarborough Castle are visible on a carpet of vibrant green grass. And yet, as wonderful as these surroundings are, in Kate's eyes, none can match the view straight ahead. The North Sea is as wild and beautiful as Kate has ever seen it, whipped up into a series of magnificent waves. Kate is transfixed by the sights and sounds of waves crashing against the shore. She pulls a sketch pad out of her backpack. Then she removes the glove from her right hand, braving the cold in order to sketch the outline of the sea. Kate works quickly. Her fingers stiffen as she grips the pencil tightly, detailing the curls of the waves and the sunlight glimmering across the surface. Every minute or so, she pauses to drink the cocoa beside her. She delights in the heat of the paper cup against her gloveless hand, almost as much as she enjoys the luxurious, chocolatey taste. Kate soon completes her drawing. After returning the sketchpad to her backpack, she takes out her camera. Then she snaps a few photographs using different angles to to capture the shapes and shades. Gazing at those wild, foaming waves, she notices that no two are ever quite the same. In the moment, it's rare to appreciate how special an experience is. But Kate is very aware right now of how lucky she is to be here, especially on the first day of a new year. Better still, she is able to capture it through the lens of her camera and on the pages of her sketchpad. Kate feels grateful to slide her cold hand back into its glove and for the last of the hot cocoa. Keen to start moving, she pulls on her backpack, throws her empty cup into a nearby bin, and heads back into the town. She walks in the direction that the wind is blowing, so it propels her along. And in no time at all, she spots the white sails of the windmill poking out above the terraced buildings around it. The X-shaped sails are fastened at the top with a white domed cap. Kate laughs, musing that it's a lot like the cream-coloured hat pulled down over her head. Step by step, more of the old windmill comes into view. First, its little white windows dotted haphazardly around the red brick walls. And then the mint green door and the white balcony that runs around the side of the building. Kate walks up the cobblestone path and then climbs the steps towards her apartment. Back inside, she pulls off her coat, shoes, and backpack. Then she removes her hat and gloves, settling them down on the carpet near the doorway. Whiskers is still lying beneath the Christmas tree. His bright eyes widen as Kate enters. He steps out from under its lowest branches, stretching and yawning. Elegantly, he walks towards his owner, nudging her softly on the leg and brushing his giant, fluffy tail across her. Kate kneels down on the carpet beside him, caressing his soft fur. His loud purr increases in volume as she strokes behind his ears. It's now early afternoon, and both Kate and Whiskers are starting to get hungry. He's craving more biscuits, while she's happy to eat whatever she has in the fridge. She sees to Whiskers first, smiling at the sight of his entire head disappearing into the food bowl. Then, from the fridge, she pulls out a variety of different items, the last of the Christmas nibbles and leftovers. On a large wooden charcuterie board, Kate assembles an array of meats and pâté, along with crackers and cheeses. Next to them are slices of fresh cucumber, carrots and tomatoes, with a sour cream and chive dip to accompany them. She places the food on the coffee table before returning to the kitchen to pour a large glass of freshly squeezed orange juice. Then she turns on the radio, tuning in to one of her regular stations, where an afternoon play is just about to start. Kate returns to the sofa, listening to the radio while munching on different combinations of meats and cheeses piled onto golden crackers. She dips various crudités into the thick, luxurious sour cream, washing them down with the sweet, fresh orange juice. Whiskers comes to investigate, detecting the scent of cheese and meat in the air. When it's clear that he won't be getting any, he skulks off, back under the tree. The play on the radio is delightful. It's a well-timed comedy about New Year's resolutions turning the character's life upside down. Kate listens intently and finds herself laughing heartily. The play is split into 3 acts. After part 1, there is a pause for adverts, so Kate clears up. By the time it resumes, she is standing at the kitchen sink, putting on her yellow gloves. Here, she washes the dishes in hot, soapy water, all the while being entertained by the radio. Once the washing up is finished, she dries each piece and then returns it to its rightful place. Afterwards, she wipes down the surfaces and makes herself a cup of hot, milky tea. Kate then gets comfortable on the sofa. The tea keeps her warm and satisfied until the play breaks off again after the second act. This break allows her an opportunity for a quick tidy. She takes the Christmas decoration boxes out of storage and places them around the tree. Whiskers, anticipating that a commotion is about to take place, decides to move. It's the quickest he's moved all day, bolting out from the tree's base. He looks more than a little put out. Fortunately, Whiskers soon discovers calmer surroundings. Kate's woolen hat and gloves are still on the carpet, so he lies sphinx-like upon them, resting a single paw on Kate's backpack. He watches his owner intently as she carefully takes down each ornament before unwinding the tinsel and then the lights. The last thing to come down is the star, which Kate wraps in tissue paper and places at the top of the box. After that, there's the tree itself, which is taken apart in sections. One branch after another, its thick, plentiful leaves are pressed down, making it a cozy fit for its cardboard box. Next, Kate packs away other decorations from around the apartment. There are festive candles, a hand-painted statue of Santa Claus, a wooden reindeer, and an exquisite Christmas wreath. Last of all, she unwraps her new calendar and stands it up on the kitchen counter. The photograph for January displays a flower bed in a garden filled with poinsettia plants. Funnily enough, Kate's own poinsettia is now the only piece of festivity remaining. This stunning plant is as healthy and vibrant as it was a month ago. Its flaming red flowers burst outward like giant red stars. These gorgeous blooms provide a striking contrast with the dark green leaves and the white kitchen windowsill. With the play approaching its hilarious conclusion, Kate strolls over towards the radio in the kitchen. She casts her eyes over the plant's lavish beauty, listening to the final lines of the play. When applause echoes out from the radio, Kate joins in, grinning from ear to ear. She then switches channels, tuning into a station that plays restful, classical music. Looking through the window near the poinsettia, she notices the darkening coastal landscape. The evening comes early at this time of year. Her thoughts now turn to her own resolutions, her last endeavour of the day. From a kitchen drawer, she takes out a large violet-coloured candle, scented with lavender. Then she sets it down in the middle of the coffee table and lights it with a match. This candle was a Christmas gift, so far unused. It has a unique wooden wick that crackles like a log fire as it burns. The noise is wonderful to Kate's ears. It's the sound of winter and comfort, combined with the essence of restoration and calm. Sitting down on the couch, she pulls out a notebook and pen from the shelf below the coffee table. Then she begins to write down her New Year's resolutions. Her list includes typical goals, like eating more vegetables, learning a new language, or playing an instrument. But there are other things too, like her plan to paint in watercolour. In fact, she hopes to start tomorrow. Using the sketch and the photographs from this morning, she'll do her best to recreate the rough beauty of the North Sea in watercolour. As Kate is debating whether she should add more to her list or leave it as it is, Whiskers makes the decision for her. He leaps up onto her lap, nudging into the notebook and making it impossible for her to continue writing. Kate laughs, placing the notebook down beside her and stroking Whiskers' soft fur. He curls up adorably on her lap, purring loudly. In the background, there's the soft piano concerto on the radio and the crackling of the lavender candle. Kate leans back, her body moulding into the leather of the sofa and the ruby cushion to her side. As she closes her eyes, she thinks of the vast, magnificent sea. She's already looking forward to her next visit. But for now, she's happy to be resting at home at the end of the day and the beginning of a wonderful new year.